this? Because nobody's like on this.
Maybe a little bit after I finish reading the book. I wanted to get my two straight for such a long time.
Right.
You should have just went with the skip.
That's a lot of gold that Trevally cannot afford.
Okay.
Especially because...
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah, you'll have time to read your book on the way. It's fine.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying like that. It's because Echoes wanted to do maybe an experiment on me, so maybe he wants to do it during downtime or something.
Well, you guys are going to be traveling for a little bit, so you'll be fine.
Indeed.
Alright, we're back in the studio. Everything's fine, I guess. So for now, with that in mind, let's just start the recording. Alright, everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Evils of the World. I'm your intrepid host, Recon Zebra, as we recollect with our Saturday party on their adventure. Where we last left off, they were finishing off a climactic battle with the cultists of Osebus, basically facing off with the head priest, who was coming back to the point where he was a flaming skull. The party was a bit pushed for nose, but managed to take care of it. But as they finished off, they discovered that there was some sort of strange gem of infernal power sitting in the center of it all, with some occultic writing. Before they could interact with it directly, it turns out that some nefarious people have appeared and put an end to their shenanigans, nearly turning the entire party to stone. However, by miracle of a chance, they were saved by a anonymous rescuer that only Alwyn was able to see and perceive. They wake up about a couple days later, having been unpetrified by that person's help, and discover from a traveling group of soldiers and guards that the hobgoblin situation not too far off from Sprite City in Fanta Valley has taken a slight pivot and turn, as now they have made a notice sending out distress messages to any adventurers and guild members for assistance, as it has been informed that the Hobgoblin army, the majority of it, will be reconvening back at their base in 2 days. The caravan and the soldiers have offered to give the adventurers a ride up there if they're up for the task. We now pin back to that as everybody is having a moment to ponder it in the aftermath of waking up from petrification.
And are we meant to have done a long rest?
Not yet.
Okay.
Question: with petrification, would like magic items that recharge, like outside of a long rest, how would that affect it?
They would not be functional unless they are a sentient item. They would be caught in the petrification and preserved in time as well.
Okay, so they wouldn't have recharged. Gotcha.
Has these people ever mentioned how much time we have to think?
They did not. They said they give you like 5 minutes to think about it or so, discuss it amongst yourselves. But they would be heading out soon.
A part of me is worried about the old man, as he not only has not regained his consciousness, he was petrified, so I'm worried about his health.
Well, actually, he technically was not there. As you can look over and see him still kind of in a catatonic state, you'll notice some burns on him slightly, as he appeared to have not been petrified since he has some burn marks on his clothing.
Ah, right. Indeed, he is still caught, whatever that word the DM used.
You don't have to. You know out of character what comatose is. You don't have to play it.
I try to have fun here. Anyways, alright, since you don't want me to do that, what do you say we maybe let geezer rest in this place since it's the safest place.
Oh, I feel like we should still bring him along in the closest town, just in case he does wake up and, isn't spending a whole journey just to get to us.
You know, when you put it like that, that sounds completely fair. Let's bring him along, whether a limp corpse or not.
I agreed. Alright, so with that, you all, as the nurse comes around, she says, well, we've done some testing to make sure everything is no damages, no breaks from the petrification. You should all be quite okay to go. I have to say, though, the situation that they're talking about seems pretty dire. I worry what could happen if such an army were to conglomerate together like that.
Well, I think our plan was that we were going to deal with the hobgoblin situation. So this is a fortuitous turn of events for us.
I couldn't agree more. I wish you all a healthy and safe journey, though.
Before you go.
Also, one more thing. The young lass and her father would also like to thank you.
Oh, are they outside?
They're on the other side in the other wing.
Oh, this
I thought they went back to their village to collect whatever was left.
No, that's the tavern woman and her daughter.
Ah. Right. Well, feels like I'm fully recovered.
Oh, actually, speaking of which, the tavern woman, she wanted me to give you this letter as she passes it over to you, John.
Sure.
You see that it's a quickly drawn note, and it says, when you guys wake up, I know you're probably going to wonder where we're at. Don't worry about us, we'll be fine. We're packing up whatever we can that's not burnt in the fire and heading off further closer to the city, if not towards Del Torre. Thankfully, the insurance coverage will make sure we still have enough money to maybe start over. And I hear Mike's is looking for some new hands. In the meantime, I want to personally thank you for saving our lives and saving my daughter. You ever stop by in the city or you ever meet us again, I promise you, alcohol's on me until you pass out drunk. Sincerely, Milda.
I will relay this information to the party. So it sounds like she's okay. Happy ending all around.
Indeed.
Good. Trevally tries to move from the bed, but realizes he's stuck to it.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
I'm still stuck to it.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now everybody can.
Oh, the bindings are finally removed.
Well, not everything went fine. That stone was pretty important.
You should have let me swallow it when we had a chance. It was the perfect plan, I think.
I doubt it, but
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of red stones in the future. I'll be lookout for those.
none like that.
It does weigh on your mind, Altwin, the loss of such a unique stone that is out there, but it also brings to more mind the concern of the message that you read. You feel a sense of caution and dread that, while you have had before, may make you more on the edge, especially in more religious places. But you also feel a sense of gratitude because you know you have some friends out there who are hopefully going to keep you safe.
Alright. Trevally picks it up.
There you go.
I did get this note. Does the Church of Life ring a bell to any of y'all?
So, what?
The Church of Life, Trevally. Do you recognize that name?
He gets close to Aldwin. I don't think I ever enter a church.
Same here.
If anybody would like to, go ahead and roll me a religion or history check.
Oh yeah, my favorite skills, baby. Religion. Maybe I know something. Huh, not that bad actually. Oh my god.
I got a better roll.
Ooh, someone got a nat 20. Very nice.
Are you guys talking about the Church of Life?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Very good. It's good. Aldwin who got, it's Aurelian who got. Okay, so here's an order. Trevally, you don't really recognize the name, especially like you said, you've never been in church. Aldwin, you're not really on the clergy or religious information, even with your scrolls and archive history. It's not really pausing in your mind at the moment. Echo, the name tickles in your brain somewhere, but you're not sure why. You've never really stepped into church either, so you can't really know where. Aurelian, from your travels and deals in history, you do remember the name of the church to life. It's a clergy...
Yeah, 1 sec, Regan. I just want to point out the only one that has a plus modifier roll below 10. That's funny.
It is very
That's
funny.
funny.
Honestly, that's kind of on brand for you, and I like it. It makes you humble. Imagine if, like, you always got high on every piece of knowledge, which is your job, but it also means that there's still more for you to learn.
It is fun that so many of us dumped intelligence.
People don't put a lot of brain power. But
Well,
anyway,
there's gotta be one smart guy, right?
right. But anyway, Aurelian, you remember that Church of Life is actually a very old clergy. You're not entirely sure how far it goes back, but it goes far back. And they praise somebody known only as the Goddess of Light. But from what you have heard and remember, they are a very intricate clergy organization with their own congregation that's still a part of the United Religious Alliance that meets in the Vatican City. But they have their own set of cardinals and Templars that are involved as well. They've especially been, initiative and assertive in a lot of progressive plans and a lot of, territory attacks. They've offered support. They've offered their services. They've got hands in a good amount of places. And they have contracted you once or twice to act as a translator. Though, from your experience with them, they seem more... not gangster-like, but definitely the kind of we are right and true type of church.
That's a
Well-
recipe for success.
We gotta avoid them for the time being.
If you say so. They've always been pretty straight up when I dealt with them in the past. A little obnoxious and full of themselves, but
Okay, that's interesting.
Alright, there's your tidbit of information. In that case, would you guys all like to just head out, or...
Yeah, but before we go, I'd like to ask the front desk if they have any spare glass syringes. This is a medical.
You can feel free to knock back over on this door over here.
There are many doors. Oh, that one.
yeah, this is where the nurse went, and I think was she?
You notice that this is a large, seemingly empty station that has a few rinsing basins, a few washing linens. You two are up at the front desk where there's some notes taking, some inventory in the back.
Is there a little bell?
Oh, there she is. Oh, she was lurking.
She's busy. You turn around this corner, you see her. She's busy counting the shells of wraps and whatnot, making notes. So she just says, "Oh, I'm sorry. They're not supposed to be back here. This is for staff. Is there anything I can help you with?
Oh. Apologies. I was just looking because I know this is more of a medical place. Would you happen to have some extra glass or?
Let me see what I can spare as she comes over to the shelf. We haven't had too many insertions for medicine surgery, so I suppose I could spare 2 if that'll help.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Alright then. Let me see if I can add this as inventory to you. I don't think it's an actual movement.
And then I will simply pay her 2,000 copper, just so they're worth, quote unquote, that much. Here, 1,000 for each. I mean.
Oh, that's kind of close.
Gold apiece, damn.
Copper,
Fuck
not
it.
gold.
Here you go. 2
Yeah,
blood
no.
minister syringes. Don't read too much on the story or info there. Whatever you have planned, just message me later and I'll change it for it.
Okay.
And sorry, where were those 2 folks who came in with us? We want to
They
give
were.
them a regard.
Oh, they were in the back area, but she told to you. She says, "Oh, they're right past this door." As she opens it for you.
Right on. Thank you.
No problem. And thank you for the generous gold.
Alduin, do you think we can? Do you think they store food over here?
Javali, as you're looking back there, you do not see any food. You see more scrolls, notes, a few small, what seems to be bottles. You want to give me a perception check by chance?
Oh, absolutely, baby. Did you say perception? Now that's
Perception.
more
Perception or
my
investigation?
language. Oh! Never mind.
You are so distracted by hunger, you do not care for anything back here, as you see more papers and are bored.
God! You just
also-
had to say papers and immediately lost interest.
You also notice that Geezer has fallen over the side of the table as you leaned him on
Oh.
there.
Gotta keep a lookout for this. Oh man.
Meanwhile, John, you come over here and you see, as they're sitting there, you see the young daughter cutting up some fruit for her father. She's like, "Hey, if it ain't my rock and stone friend."
Greetings, comrade.
Indeed.
You're looking much better.
Yeah, I should say. Though I gotta say, your horned friend over there couldn't have picked a better way to administer the medicine. Still, though, I gotta admit I was lucky. I didn't think you guys had that high level of magic, and by the gods themselves was I blessed to be brought back in time. That's putting it mildly, Dad. You were dead for over a minute. I didn't even know they had a 10-minute revive spell. But at any rate, we can't thank you enough for saving our lives and bringing my dad back. I just wish we had something else to give you, but the shop's almost burnt to a crisp. Yeah, that's true. Although, maybe not something physical. I do have some friends that if you ever need a call or some information, I could pull some they could pull some strings on the network to get you out to you.
Well, you know, I'm in it for the love of the game, man. I don't even need reward. But I do always like meeting new people and new friends, so that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Yeah, you absolutely seem like a good social type. Hold on a second as he pulls off his hat and he writes down on a piece of paper the number for some Cindy's, and he's like, "Here, if you ever need some more medical stuff or a contact with a decent druid, these guys can hook you up."
Good deal. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Tell
I
them
will
all,
put it in my Rolodex.
tell them old Mark Smith Mark sent you.
Sorry, Mark Smith Mark.
Yeah, it's the pun on for my name. After all, my name is Mark Smith.
Well, hey, you guys gonna come with us to the Hobgoblin camp? Hobgoblin camp.
Oh,
Or were you
absolutely.
guys gonna head?
Oh, absolutely not. As soon as my dad is basically recuperated and the nurse has done testing to make sure that bullet wound doesn't leave any effects, we're heading back to Del Torre to see my sister.
That sounds like a much safer course of action.
Yeah, besides, someone's got to
It's-
report your deeds to the guild. I know you guys want to get those merits up.
Yeah. And things do tend to get a little violent around us. I promise we don't do that on purpose. It just sort of happens.
Well, you know what they say. The most boldest attract the most danger. But I wish you fellas luck on your journey. I think by the gods,
Thank you.
you've definitely got some grace on your side.
Well, we'll do our best to meet again in the future. Keep yourselves alive, okay?
Happy trails, partner. And with that door closes.
I guess nobody else wanted to talk to them.
Not really.
All right then.
Yeah.
You guys are free to head
Keeping
on
a
out
watch
as
on the old
you
man.
go out this front door and you see a few hand troops swinging some swords and sounding in military trains like, huh! Huh! And they're like, put your swing in it, boys. You're disappointing me. And she looks back at you and says, ah, well met, adventurers. Have you made your decision?
I guess we're going.
Fantastic. You can hook upon us with our caravan then. Also, I do ask for the record, but is this yours? As she points over to the corner of the building, and you all see right back there a large reptilian Jormungandr just peeking through the windows and looking over the side as it makes that noise.
Well, yes. Why you ask?
We just wanted to make sure before we had to bring it in. This was a class 3 creature, and we can't have it roaming around freely. At least not without proper notary.
No, that one is ours. Yo, Travali!
Hey, you call? Hold still, old man. Don't fall off this
Here,
time.
I got you. I'll just drag you both out as you.
Look
He
what I
let-
found! And I point over in the direction.
Oh, it's Yomagenda.
Here, I'm just gonna delete his token for now, and we'll count it as you carrying him.
Yeah.
As
The
you-
Grey Knight's right arm has attached itself onto him, so it's kind of like a kickstand for Googie.
Oh yeah, that also reminds me. As your stuff pops open, you see the arm come out and just wave off, and the soldiers have look back and are like, "Is that an arm?"
It's a long story. Don't worry about it.
Noted. All right then. You take your creature and follow right behind us. We should be able to make it there in 2 days' time.
Sounds good.
Wait, before we left, I wanna ask her just under 4 hours. Is this all you got?
For the now, it's for the now. There's some more troops that should be on their way from a separate department, but these guys were roaming with me. As for this guy, he's from the city gates and wanted to come with us. The border gates and wanted to come with us.
Okay, because from what you described, we're gonna need quite a few more than this.
But don't worry, there's some more armies and hopefully some more adventurers that's going to be heading towards the fort. But we're getting an early start because we weren't too far, especially when we saw that town on fire.
All right then. All right, let's go, boys.
Sounds good.
All right then, you all hitch on to Jormungandr and whatnot. You make your trek right behind the caravan. It doesn't go uber fast, so you keep making some decent pace. And then about 2 days' time will pass. Sec. During that time, you are all free to take any long rests, any side things you want to do before we fully make it there.
Long rest? Say less.
Indeed. into an intermission screen for a second. Is
You
there
did.
anything? Is there anything you
Oh, you
guys?
did say
Hmm?
finish. I was just saying, Charlie, you wanted to finish your book before I experimented on you, correct?
Yes. But it
Okay.
will take you're probably gonna read during the downtime on Cola Town? Cola City?
No, you
if
guys are passing Sprite City and heading closer towards Phantom Valley.
I was gonna finish reading the book during the downtime since it kinda takes a lot. So if it's some things that takes like this, it should be fine.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
plenty
it
of
should-
downtime because you guys are just straight up traveling with the caravan towards the fort.
Let me
It
show
should-
you the item first. Hold up. Where is the book? A ring. It should be on the backpack. Yep, there it is. Display on chat. So I need to read 48 hours over a period of 6 days.
Should.
Yeah,
This is only going to take, well, an hour, I guess, of your time.
sure, go ahead then.
Okay. I'm going to take the syringe.
Yes.
And cast Splice. Boop. I won't consume a spell slot. There you go. And I will take my DNA as the target and put it in Travolta. And what the spell does... A creature gains one of the target's traits. So, for example, if like I were a Tabaxi, he could gain the feline agility feat, for example. And then one of my other statistics, like my dark vision, resistances, etc., etc. The question is, because I am special, what traits will we give Trelawney?
That depends. Can you put this in chat so I can see?
You already did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Armory, steel assessment. Target's traits. The gas. Oh, I can choose.
Yep.
There's a lot of funny shenanigans.
There's a lot of good stuff that I have stuck onto him. And this is like a trait, not like a spell or a physical ability.
No. So, yeah. It's just something of, I guess, my race and stuff like that. Type of, like, basically, like, making him a hybrid of me and him, if that makes sense.
Well, in that case, I think it would be very interesting if he also, due to splicing on your skin, gained a touch of vitality drain.
Ooh, there's a lot of interesting things. Echo is like immune to necrotic damage. He has unnerving presence. He has mind, telepathy.
Well, it depends. What are you splicing into him is the question.
Well, just as genetic information, so just my physical traits.
But, like, is that the point of the syringes? Are you just injecting your blood into him?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the main thing, I guess. But it's just essentially my DNA being transferred.
Well, considering your nature and whatnot, I would also require to see how well his body can take it. So
Exactly.
I
Try
would
this with before.
I would say roll me a Constitution save, and the DC will be based off of.
Oh wait, that's a radio.
Yeah, so I I was doing my wheel and woe thing, so an even number is what is this actually called? Cosmic Omen. Wheel even number. Okay. So if you'll allow it, I would like to give them the wheel for this test.
Sure. We got time
Who
for it,
rolls
so
the
why not?
consent?
Oh, it says... What is it? 7... Say... 7 plus... Plus... DC 19.
DC 19 for me?
For you.
Okay. Ooh.
And then add a d6 if it can help.
No, because
Okay.
even at max 6, he'll be underneath.
You.
Unfortunately, due to whatever is in his blood, your body starts rejecting it and you get very sick.
It do be like that. I was not surprised. It's blood from Echo.
And we will see. Let's see. I'm not going to make it too bad on you. Let me see.
Nah, don't hold back. Do it.
Okay. You have 2 levels of exhaustion, as your body is
Easy.
literally pushing out this unnatural poison blood through your system. You are also unable to eat for the next day,
No. No.
because anything you
No.
eat, you just barf back up because it doesn't feel sitting in your stomach.
I don't care about the 2 exhaustion. Not being able to eat. The tragedy. I'll never be the same.
So, Echo, you have come to infer that even with the adamant body of Travali, inserting your blood and whatever and transfusions might cause some backlash.
No. I'll have to find someone who's slightly more tolerant to my blood,
Exactly.
I guess.
What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
Travali,
think-
your veins are literally turning gray in your skin, and that's saying something because you're already gray.
I think I'll take a nap now.
Alright, so he basically rests for the next day or so he'll drop down to 1 exhaustion and be able to eat, be able to wake up next time. Did anybody else want to do anything? I'm hearing a no.
Not in
Yes.
particular, I don't think so.
Alright then.
I don't think I really had any.
You said just an how long you said?
It takes a 2-day travel, so Travali will rest for 1 day
2
after
days.
getting that experiment going on. So he will have 1 level exhaustion. He wouldn't be able to eat for the day, and you guys will arrive 2 days later.
I'm dying. I haven't eaten for so long. Is this what starvation feels like?
It'll take a lot for you to starve, Colin.
Get music.
It reminds me the days when I had nothing but tree bark to eat in the mountains. And I
I
have
wonder-
to say, even tree bark tasted better than whatever Echo gave it to me. The shamans tend to say that bitter medicine is good for you. The shaman lied. This
And
is
it-
not good for me at all.
Yes, your anguish and aches are all through the night as everyone feels pity. The traveling group, by the way, is
I
known
get-
as the one with the more stylish looks. They're known as the Steel Hawks, as they tell you. They are a kind of half roaming, half militia group that helps out with crisis and endeavors as normal. The captain tells you her name is Captain Talia.
I guess, Recon, I did have one thing I can do, since we're having 2 consecutive days with rests. I would never use this spell otherwise, but can I use Augury and ask?
Yeah, I mean, during your travel time is a good time to ask this.
Yeah.
Let me
I'm
see.
just gonna ask. Where is Find Familiar? Oh,
Ooh.
Wild Companion. That's what it's called.
Ooh, this is
So-
something in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna ask.
I thought you were going for
Hi,
divination or
hi,
something.
otherworldly spirits. What sort of wild companion do you think would best fit me?
Oh, you're looking for a companion or familiar.
Would Agui work for this?
I don't know. I'm just.
It wouldn't. I think
There's no
it's.
reason
I think
not
it's
to
determining
ask.
whether. I think it's determining whether or not whatever you get or pull will be good or bad, and the spirits speak back to you. There is a indifference.
Okay, cool. I get ready to summon an octopus. But I'll do that
All right.
tomorrow.
All right. With that, you all arrive outside the fort. The caravan stops a bit far away, and they're like, "All right, everyone, keep your attitudes up, and be respectful here. This is basically the militia from around the world, from the far south area, and they've been fighting for quite a while against us. You guys make a short trek, and you stop right in front of a pair of gates. As you arrive there, you see several guards on each side, a handful of archers up above, and you see them come forward and are like, "Hold there! What is your business here?" Oh, 1 second.
We're here to solve your hobgoblin problem.
1 second, real quick. I forgot to copy these guys in here.
He asked the young Maganda to become small, and he puts in one of the pouches safely before arriving to the settlement.
As you see the captain stand close, and they're like, "I am Captain Tulivy of the Steel Hawks. This is currently my division, as we have more on the way. We've heard your informant distress signal for the Hobgoblin army coming. We brought 5 adventurers to help assist as well." And you see the Steel Guard Captain comes, "And I am Guard Captain Masonry, near the Del Torre Cola Kingdom border. We come to offer our assistance and information as well for any evacuations that need to be done."
My apology.
Bless you. As
Thank
they
you.
look at you and they say, "Yes, I remember you, Mason. All right, 1 sec." As he goes back and says, "Open the gates!" You hear a loud clink as the doors of spiked wood open. And you see that this is a well-fortified and ensemble base. There's a like, "All right, you three. All right, you guys go on ahead. We're gonna get our stuff down and get ourselves situated out here. Head towards the largest tent. That's where the council and the military should be meeting. See if you can get the 401 of what's going on."
As we're strolling in, can I take a hit from the bong of Dagnus and get Northern Lights? For the
As you
first
pull that out,
objective?
you see the guard captain come up to you and say, "I would not smoke that out loud if I were you. Some of the boys get a little bit testy about drugs. I mean, smoke it at your own peril, but Don't let them see you. You know what I mean?
I wink and nod and put it back in my pocket.
All right, you guys come in and you see mostly a handful of soldiers training in the back, some people conversing and making some, work done, cooking food, a few people talking in your tents and looking. You see a few of them as they turn their back towards you and then back to what they're doing as they see you come in. The old man is wrapped up and you guys are just carrying him on the side. Aldwin, are you moving into?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sure.
We're so good at making first impressions. Carrying a limp old man after getting off our 40-foot-long sea dragon.
Yes, speaking of which, you did leave at the advice of the steel captain, Jormungandr, a bit further away back so that nobody would try to fire at him or get spooked. And you see as you come closer, this larger, kind of ornate military tent back here, where you see one guard standing in front of it.
I see we walk over there.
Have any of us interacted with this mercenary company before?
Which one? The one you're in? No. This is not a mercenary. This is a militia. These are basically soldiers in a small group of armies as they have built a fort not too far outside of Fanta Valley. This is most likely a military fort base for Del Torre itself. It looks very well made, but it also looks like this is more like a respite stop for traveling, if not mercenaries to make a quick stop somewhere to rest.
But as far as we know, we don't know any of these people.
No, you do not.
Okay.
As you get closer
Hello.
to him, you see him as he just kind of stiffens up and gets in front of the door. This is a towering individual. I'd say probably about a few feet shorter than Trevally, wearing completely clad black iron armor. As he stares at you all and he says, Are you here to speak to the council?
Yes.
May I see your verification?
I handed my adventurer's card.
You can inquire that he probably could show like your adventurer's ID could help. You each present your event. Yeah, you guys carry yours. As you show your adventurer badge and your official ID as it pops up in a kind of projected image on it. He takes a few minutes to look at it. And he says, All right then. Thank you for coming, brave adventurers. The War Council is currently finishing up its debate, but they should be able to answer any other information you have. As he steps back off to the side to allow you all to come in.
Well, hey, thanks, man. By the way, I don't think I got your name.
My name is not important.
Hello, they're not important.
Good to meet you, Mr. Important.
You notice that his scowl seems to deepen slightly at that. Alright, you all go inside, you frump it open, and as you do, you see, and I pull you in.
Is Trevally with us, or are you looking for food?
Oh wait, was he like not behind you or something?
No, he was off on the side. Oh, your mic's muted.
Looks a lot smaller from the outside.
I was gonna say, I said to Alduin is that since communicating and planning and strategizing is not really my thing, I wanted to stay a little bit further away. And My stomach still doesn't feel good. Thanks to somebody.
Well, you
You
look like
agree.
you're about to pangle for some food, but then you get called over by the others, and you begrudgingly do move towards there. As you all go into the tent, and you see it is a massive kind of marble ornate war room with its own kind of statue in the back of some unknown character. You see seven individuals sitting around a large kind of conglomerate table with a few mats, charters, as they're kind of bickering and debating with one another. You spot people in clad in armor. You spot a couple of elves. You spot what appears to be a dwarf in a wizard hat. Which I will portray to everybody to see him. And then most importantly, you spot sitting at the end of the area a grizzled old man who seems to be carrying his own kind of like firearm in itself, and it has a scar going along his eye, wearing a set of glasses.
Alright then.
Alright, and then I need a pause real quick. I'll be right back.
That's why he's gonna get some food.
Been pumping myself with coffee to stay awake.
Whoa, I like this guy. Oh, he's smoking too. I can smoke along with him.
Well, he's top brass, so what are the soldiers gonna say? Boss, you smoking make me wanna smoke too, so share me some?
Oh,
Who knows? And
I'll just walk over, get a whiff of what he's got, offering him some of mine. I'm very polite and sociable. I even made friends with Mr. Important.
I wonder if there's anywhere for Travali to be, maybe try not to puke whatever he drank.
These fires look pretty good. Or pretty big, rather.
Yeah, but what happens if I maybe extinguish it?
Let me see. I can instantly light or snuff a candle, torch, or small campfire, so I'll keep an eye out.
You're a lifesaver.
Alright, everybody, we are back. Sorry about that. Anyway, as you all approach the front table, Trevally, what are you doing?
I try to look at the fire. The fire calms me down, and if I ever to puke during the conversation, I got a perfect place to do so.
Okay. As the War Council greets up, they look at you all, and you see the man in the back, and he says, I suppose you are the adventurers that answered the call that we sent out. Our distress.
Well, hopefully the first of many.
Indeed. I am Captain Pius. This is Captain Pius of the military of the Deltori in this region. Take a seat. We're actually furthermore discussing this synopsis of how to handle this, but let me break down the situation so that you all know what to expect. Also, I forgot to mention, other than the elf and the two guys in the armor, there's also this peculiar individual wearing a business suit, kind of a business suit of purple, while also wearing this kind of half skull mask and emanating purple smoke.
Do I identify what he's smoking?
Give me a nature check. Actually, do you have herbalism kit? Yeah, you can do it at an advantage, or do a herbalism kit roll.
I don't think I've ever done that before.
Actually, yeah, I might do it.
Bang.
It's not let you do a roll. Oh, there we go.
Incredible.
Oh, same either way, but this helps better. You at first take a sitting down, then you catch a whiff of that, and it's almost not exactly serene or even like intoxic, but like literally you gag at first because it almost burns your nose with the intensity of it coming in, and you catch the whiff of poison in it. And I would say, based on that one, the way it kicks back at you, you're not entirely sure which poison.
Well, that wasn't a nat 1, it was a 3.
Oh, it wasn't. Why does it so roll at the? Okay, whatever. I would say, you're still not entirely sure what poison it is, but it practically burns your sinuses as you're breathing it in. But you can definitely tell that there is some poison in that thing, just from how your body is reacting to it.
I reevaluate my plan to give this guy a pop on the ball.
Yeah, you sit far away from that. Everyone else taking a seat?
I'll stay behind here.
Alright. You all sit there. He's like, alright. Allow me to break down this situation for you. As is discussed, during a classified event, Bloodlord Verox was seen invading what could be described at most as a stronghold, involved in an invasion off in the Kazan Kingdom in the Far East. After fleeing from the Golden Archer, he was seen last heading back towards this way, with most of his army heading down towards the cliff sides and beginning some unknown excavation or exploration to that territory. He may lay waste to the halfling society village nearby known as Phantom Valley. We were able to rescue a few handful of them, but sadly, the population has been lost, and from what we have been able to see, the land has been practically razed in nothing but blood and destruction. Houses wasted, land's been terraformed, and it's just graphic. At any rate, Bloodlord Verox retreated back to his cover of his military tent and has been there recently for about a week or so. We've reported as well spotting several other high-end hobgoblins that have been spotted throughout the other regions, including one that was a mercenary in the Far East. We're not entirely sure what it'd be for, but we know one thing's for certain, and recently he's made a call back to reclaim the remaining amount of army and seems to be on the move again. We don't know when we'll get another chance like this without having his masses surround him, or what's worse, if what he has is complete, that could lead to our destruction. But, enough of this hogwash already, as the dwarf bangs his table. When are we going to get to the fact that my gnolls are missing? Bromdus, you have been asked not to interrupt about that. No, I've waited long enough. You, adventurous, forget the hobgoblins for a second. There's a bigger problem at hand. In addition to having his entourage grow, he's also managed to steal my gnolls. My pack patron that I had given me access and control over them has turned their eye on me. And now my gnolls have abandoned me, destroyed my facility, and have run off with these freaking hobgoblins. Yes, that's the other problem as well. A horde of gnolls has aligned themselves with Bloodlord Varrox as well. We're not entirely sure for what reason, or why they possibly would get along. But this is another priority to take care of. We can't have such two levels of dangerous armies making an allegiance, and causing what could be only known as havoc and destruction. We've sent in several teams before to either infiltrate or try to get some information, but other than these few relays, none of them have ever come back since. We fear the worst.
Well, I might not be the most experienced soldier, but it sounds like if we take out the head guy, we'll probably take care of all of our problems in one fell swoop. I don't expect that they have a very complex leadership structure.
Unfortunately, you'd be surprised. You see, Bloodlord Varrox isn't just any ordinary hobgoblin. He comes from a descendatory line of hobgoblin warriors and conquerors since the age of clans and guilds, back when there was originally an even larger hobgoblin clan. His parents, or his mother, was an original conqueror and commander of a larger hobgoblin army, and he aims to surpass her by either dying in a bigger war or spreading glory of the Varrox name. But it gets even worse. An artifact was stolen by his hands as well. From the military. A powerful Imperial manual, known only as the Strategist's Manual. Not much is entirely known other than it was blessed a long time ago by the Red Maiden. And that whoever has it in their hands' possessions is able to have almost near clairvoyance observations of strategies and options that they can make in order to help influence any wars or endeavors of military. Using this manual, he's managed to create a more intricate and organized militia than he has before. We fear that he may have been taking this time in order to plan out how to use this in the future, especially with his growing alliance. So,
Okay.
we have
that
to
does
ask
sound
you
problematic.
this. We have to ask you this. Is your team prepared to take on a dangerous task unlike any you may have faced before?
That's why they call us adventurers.
We are bloodbath and beyond.
I don't know, sir, as this individual over here in what could be only described as gray kind of what could see scaly armor. I don't know, sir. They seem like what could be known as low-level adventurers. Are we sure we want to put them up to the task? We've had a couple of A-rankers go in there and they disappeared as well. We can't be pickish in our options. Besides, I'm pretty sure we can rely on their capabilities. So allow me to break this down, and as soon as he says that and begins, you hear the elven mage in the back says, I'm sorry, can we pause for a second? What is that? As she points at you, Echo. Does anybody else see that?
That me?
Is she actually pointing at him?
Yes.
Can I just lean maybe behind this guy and say, bro, you can't just point at someone like that. That's rude.
No, it's just... Are we... Does anybody else see that, or is it just me?
You what?
he's our friend.
Yeah, what? Are you trying to say something?
Forgive her. She tends to be precautious. Is your, companion with you?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's just hanging out over there. Echo, do you want to come sit down?
Yeah. Just take a seat.
I'll stay nearby the bonfire.
As
Don't mind
you
me.
do that, Echo, give me an insight check.
Aaron. What could possibly be so strange about Echo, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're able to see as your footsteps get closer, everybody kind of slightly tense up that doesn't know you. The elder maid, she kind of scoots back in her chair, lets off a small gas. The smoke guy, he eyes you warily and seems to have stopped smoking for a minute to see what you do. You notice the two like iron armored guys seem to slightly clutch their swords, and the warlock's kind of mumbling under his breath as he's not even looking up at you and looking up at where you're at anymore. And the drow just kind of stares at you with an eyebrow raised, and they're like, "You are quite an interesting creature. You're not human, are you?"
No, definitely not.
How interesting. And what would something as malevolous as you be doing with such a gaggle of individuals like this?
Fun, adventure. Oh, things I feel like just the average person would enjoy.
Experience, you seek. Well, if you're ever up for something interesting, I may know somebody. We'll talk later. As you see as he looks over at the commander, who's kind of like glaring at him, and he lurches back. And he's like, "All right, at any rate, we need a small crack team that can effectively sneak into his camp while we have the time. As you've been able to tell, there are tents that are capable of expanding far wider than they appear on the inside, sort of like a miniature subspace. Unfortunately, Bloodlord Varrock's compared to ours is more like a fort. There are various levels, and the power within it is unmatched, bound to him as well. However, thankfully, there's not much of the army that is left there, so now more than ever is a perfect time to send in a larger team to see if they can break through to him. Your task, if you take it upon, is simple. Uncover what possibly Bloodlord Varrock was doing on the cliffside, what his further endeavors are that we may deal with the army, possibly any other allegiances he may have, but most importantly, we need that militia codex back, by any means necessary."
So, it sounds like maybe you want your main army to go up and attack these guys, and we're gonna go sneaky into Bloodlord's tent.
The main army is currently trying to meet ahead of the upcoming Hobgoblin army to delay their time to come here.
Do you have any idea about how many? Like, I understand that inside his tent is its own different story, but the camp that he's at, do you have any idea of how many hobgoblins are there?
I can estimate maybe close to 50. But I would say the worst of it is not even there.
And this cliffside, you said he was doing some excavating. Do you have like a map? Can we see where this is?
I don't have an actual map. That's what you're asking. I can give you a visual description.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the picture of where we are in relation to these other places.
Alright, he pulls out the map as he scoots it closer towards you. He points that where you are on the region of the far south, closer near the chasm, the X-shaped chasm that leads to the far west. He circles off. Fanta Valley is about a couple miles off in this direction. We are about this way up northeast. You have probably a mile or two trek. I would recommend, though, once you get about 600 yards away, 600 or 700 yards away, to make it on foot. Whatever track or whatever pack you come from, they might easily spot or hear at a distance. As for its camp and base, it's sitting up most on the top near the entrance of Fanta Valley. Last time we checked, there were a few handguards that are around there at the time, but they do seem carelessly distracted. Once you make your way through, though, from what we've heard, there appears to be several levels or zones of his domain. And here, as he scoots over towards the giant X chasm on the map, there's supposedly somewhere down over here, further south. We don't know how many miles they have gone, but we estimate that they are not too far off from one of the more wilder sections. We believe it might be Section 3.
And sorry, that's the place where they were doing the excavating?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys haven't been able to get anybody close to try and figure out what they're excavating for, what they're doing?
Not necessarily, no. They've got far more reconnaissance and build up there. Whatever they're searching for, though, most likely is important. Hopefully, when we intercept the army, we might be able to uncover what they've been migrating back over here. Though, if I had to guess, it's most likely minerals for weaponry. I estimate, as the Dragonwing says, we estimate that there is a vein of either rudimite or, what was it called?
Adamantine.
Rudimite, or not necessarily rudimite or adamantine, but we hear that he might be in tail of getting a new mineral as well. We're not entirely sure.
So
One thing's for certain, it's either a vein of rudimite or adamantine.
So they're mining. They're not like doing a precise investigation, like they're looking for an artifact or ruin or
Very
something.
much so. It is
Just
most likely a
trying-
mining of resources. He's most
Okay.
likely going to contact and build more fortified weapons to help increase the strength of his army.
Okay. Definitely a problem, but a little less scary than if he was trying to find some secret super weapon or something.
Agreed. Honestly, considering the fact that he has the military codex, he might not even need a super weapon. Hopefully. We're not entirely sure what it's giving him or what insights it's giving him. Which is why we cannot afford to lose this opportunity to strike. Do you accept this mission?
I
Sure,
will
why
cast a
not?
glance at my fearless leader ultimate.
Oh, why not?
Excellent.
I mean, you've already come this far.
Excellent.
What?
We don't have much in magic weaponry, but feel free to stock yourselves up on any ammunition you may need or any food.
Do you guys have any medicine?
I believe we might have an antidote. You seem sickly.
I'll take it.
All right then. Yep. I'll say, Lieutenant, take him to the. Inform the lieutenant outside that you need some first aid, and they'll give you some antidote.
All right.
Hey, wait! One more thing. As the dwarf speaks up, while you may be doing what the captain need, I also need you to do one more thing. The leader of the Gnolls. I need you to kill him. He's the reason why the others have gone disarrayed. Once he dies, the severance will go back to me. Also, whatever you can to humiliate Bloodlord Barox would help me as well. If the patron finds him unworthy, I would gain back full authority over them once again.
It sounds
Yes.
like you have a lot of personal interest in this. Are you sure you don't want to come with us?
Of course I do. It's my knolls, and I want them back. And unfortunately, no. My magic will get off their senses if I get too close.
Can I like roll inside to see if he's just bullshitting?
Sure.
You will be so... Okay, nice. Ooh, nice.
You can tell full on he is upset about the whole situation. However, you also notice full well that he seems to be kind of half clutching whatever amulet around his neck, as nobody seems to really ask who his pact is with. But he's definitely serious, like he would come if he could, but he's not able to.
I have a question. And I apologize, sir. I don't think I caught most of your guys' names, but certainly Mr. Dwarf Wizard. I love your hat. You have a good sense of style. I was wondering, who exactly is your pact with?
That's not really important right now.
That seems to be going around a lot lately.
Anyway, there's none of my... It's not really a concern of who I'm with. Most importantly, like I said, my knolls need to come back ASAP. Well, I believe we have debased the situation enough. That is your primary mission. Get in, get the manual, take out whatever you can, and get back out hopefully before the army shows up. If you can kill Verox or as many soldiers as you can, that would also be very beneficial that they don't have any resources back up.
What is the name of this knoll leader?
Actually, yeah, because it was Bloodlord. It's Verox is the
No,
hobgoblin.
that's the hobgoblin. The leader of the Knolls, his name's Dask Bruiser.
Gotcha.
Here, I'll type it in chat so you can see.
So he's like, we got a plan.
Alright. With that, you guys can...
I will say one last thing. If our goal is to... Obviously, our primary objectives, we know those. But one of the best ways, if we're going to be in their camp anyway, to put a damper on their options would be to poison their food. Do you have any high-level poisoners who might be able to slip us something we can slip into their food supplies?
Iridian,
What's
I
up?
think we got a poison right there. He points at Echo.
Oh shit, you're right. All right. I guess I was expecting this guy to chime in.
You notice he is not saying a single thing as he's like watching all of this go down. Alright. I think you guys are all set and geared. You can load up any ammunition you may have that's non-magical. Trevally, you will be given some anti-serum to help with your stomach. So that way you are not nauseous, but you will still have a level of exhaustion. And you guys will trek and make your way there. And we will take care of that in a minute, but for now, let us take a quick break.
Okie. I feel still tired, but my stomach is stopped acting up. What was in your blood, Echo? Did you put poison? Do you
Anyway,
have curses?
Yes, everybody welcome back as we return back to the party, making their trek way up a couple miles in that direction. I will say you do take Jormungandr, but you have him move more, not like stomping too heavily in case the war hobgoblins catch you from far, and you are keeping an eye out in case there are any like scouts or dangers out farther from where you are at as you are leaving the fort behind.
A little bit of everything.
And I guess since I didn't do my pipe earlier, once we're out of the army camp, I'll take a puff that sour diesel for advantage on dex checks.
Alright, then yeah, go right ahead.
I'm sorry?
Alright, yes, go right ahead.
So, I couldn't hear it very much about the main conversation, Aldwin. But do you think we can just destroy the mine? The mine shaft killed everything in sight.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know much about mining, but a big explosion could break everything and burn them all
Maybe.
together. So, whether we enter or we try to destroy them from afar, but if we so happen to enter, just be careful when, showing those big balls of fire. Otherwise, the mine shaft will be our coffin.
For the record, you're not heading to the mine
Sure,
shaft,
sure.
you're heading towards their camp base.
I'm just asking a couple extra stuff.
And while we're traveling, I would also like to find familiar and give myself a little owl.
Alright, you're going for it out. Let me see if I can attach that to your character. Oh wait, yeah, if you press find familiar, you can just summon it.
Yeah, well, I'm using the Wild Companion feature, which I don't think works.
You can just press the spell to activate it, and it should pull up a list of familiars. And as you cast a spell to get
Maybe
that
I'm not allowed to do it on this screen. Yeah, it just doesn't seem... Oh, there it goes.
then it should ask you to cast it, and then give you a list of options to choose from.
It did not.
Okay, hold on a second.
Unless Foundry's just being slow.
Oh, hold on. Did that do anything?
No.
Okay, hold on. I'll just import a creature for you.
Okay.
Let me just... Well, anyway, would anybody like to, What type of owl did you say? You want like a regular owl?
I think it's when I use my feature, it's a Fey owl. It has to be. Yeah, when I cast the spell with the feature, the familiar is Fey and disappears when I finish a long rest. But otherwise, yeah, just the owl stat block. And I'll find art for it myself if you give me permission to edit its sheet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull it up.
It doesn't really need to be much. Like, I'm probably just going to use a magic action to dismiss it.
I know. Hold
Or
on.
combat.
I think this option kind of. It's just taking a second to load. Okay, no, mine that doesn't work either. All right. Well, I'll just give you I'll just pull an owl into your.
At some point, I'm just going to say, does my owl see anything? And you can just describe if my owl sees anything. It's fine.
All right. Well, at any point you do snap your hands, and a decent sized owl will come down from the forest, enchanted with fey energy, and lands nearby you. Makes its owl noise as it lands on your shoulder.
Awesome. I'll think of a name for you later. I'd like to give it chin scritches.
He accepts it. Thankfully, all the stats should be the same. There's just changing its species condition to Fey. Go, and then you can name it later if you want. But anyway, as you guys move a few hours into it, you basically arrive on a large kind of what was supposed to be a large grassy kind of range and valley of small hills and like dugout, yurts and whatnot in the grass. But as you cross over through the forest, you see a massacre as pretty far out. You see fires along the grounds and along the hills and whatnot. You see various crows and vultures in the skies as there are bodies nearby. You see some of them piked up. You see some of them mauled up. You see some of them just decimated. You spot several soldiers and a lot of halflings. It's a travesty and a massacre. But as you move further in by foot, you spot it. A large kind of leathery looking caravan tent, towering much higher than the one you saw before at the fort. You'd say it's at least over 15 feet tall. Probably close to 20 feet tall. And as you approach over by the, pathway on the large hill, you see surrounding it about 11 hobgoblins. You see what seems like a small handful of small kind of flying ones and a large hobgoblin that seems to be clad in what's kind of purplish armor. As they are kind of just lollygagging around the entrance, You see some of them playing cards, you see some of them drinking, you see the captain, of course, sitting by and just enjoying a meal as the littler hobgoblins are just minding their own business. Thankfully, though, you see not a single one of them is standing actually in front of the entrance itself, which is 9 feet tall. From where you are at, they do not seem to spot or notice you, and it seems like with good effort, you could sneak by them without catching guard.
I
Which-
don't want to interrupt. Are we meant to see something, or are we still?
No,
in
this is still theater of the mind. You'll get your
my
visuals. You'll get your visuals in 1 second. Where I just needed to get you all closer to the scene. So with that in mind, everybody roll me a stealth check.
And since we were rolling up, Pass Without Trace is up.
Oh, did you cast that?
I didn't say it, but of course that was my intention.
Alright, I'll say that you can cast it before you all begin, so that's fair. You are far enough that they don't see you.
What that do? Was that plus 10?
Yes, plus
Yes.
10 in a 30-foot emanation.
Yes. Wait, do they have to be near you, or is it just everybody who's inside of it?
A 30-foot emanation around me.
Yeah, so they have to be in your aura, so you will be the carrying point of this stealth check as everybody moves within synchronicity of you.
Hold on. And then I will also cast as a bonus action on Mysterious Presence. Just in case.
And who are you targeting?
Who has the lowest number?
Pick me.
Yeah, I guess I'll do.
Alright. Well, the plus side is, thanks to that veil, which... Wait, why are you rolling an advantage, John?
The bomb.
Oh, right. Yeah, fair. I would say that also comes out with that smoke as you smoke that out to get that in. Everybody, thankfully, has gotten crazy high rolls, except for Aldwin, but you did beat the AC. So, as you all move and synchronize next to John, this fog and the scent just kind of blows over. The goblins don't even really notice. I guess your scent is kind of blending in with the nature of not the environment. And not a single one of them turns to look at you. It seemed at first maybe they may have perked up when Aldo was here, but nope. They all are disregarded, and you guys managed to sneak your way in. As you approach it, it seems to be a kind of a black veil, but eventually you all just kind of push your hands through one at a time, and as each and every one of you goes through, you arrive inside the campfire field. Just change music. Visuals. And here we go. And you're a bit disoriented at first as you land in, but as you get accustomed to the visuals of it all, you open your eyes and you realize that you're no longer outside in the evening sundown, and you are all standing around a kind of doomed, sand-filled area. And as you look around, you see a twilight sky in as far as the eye can see. The plain and area around you seems desolate, with seems to be sand and low dune areas, and you look around and you don't really see anything. The air itself seems to be kind of lanced and kind of not stale or stagnant, but just there seems to be a malaise hanging in the air. But as you look around, you kind of realize you're not, you don't really see any other entrances, and you're not sure where you're at. Would anyone like to give me an Arcana check?
Perfect job for me, baby. It's not that bad, but still. Wait, why am I getting double negative?
'Cause you're
Exhaustion.
Oh,
exhausted.
exhaustion. You're right.
Jeez.
I
You
almost close
have
to all
yet
twins.
to roll a higher than a 10 with your intelligence proficiency, Alton. That's so amazing. But thankfully, these DCs are not crazy this time. Echo, are you rolling?
Sure, why not, I guess. I should
Just like me.
have. One in the six.
We're all drooling.
I would say
Designing
you're
labor
the rest of
agreements
you
back.
are kind of just hanging in the malaise of it all, and you're just kind of surprised that you're in a darkened area now instead of in the bright light. But Alduin, you're sitting here pondering it, wondering it. It's on the tip of your tongue. You're certain that you have an idea where it is, but you just can't remember specifically. I will say though, it feels like this malaise in the air. It definitely feels like there is some sort of energy or power that's not of this plane. You're definitely not like in the material plane anymore. You know that much. But you're not sure where this is.
It looks, the texture on the ground looks like we're outside. Are we? Is that our perception? That we're?
Yeah, you could tell you're underneath like a scar in a plain area that's somewhere else. That's somewhere on outside somewhere, but you're not sure where.
If my familiar flies 100 feet in the air, so I can keep seeing through its eyes, do I see anything?
It flies up 100 feet and it's still just more dunes and sand as far as the eye can see.
And this area over here on the right, we get a sense that that's just a magical darkness.
I would say you sense that there is a veil of obscurity that's blocking your pathway. However, as you send the owl up and it is looking around and you're looking through your eyes, you spot in the sand not too far off um, some sort of inscription right here.
All right. Well, we're still being sneaky. We still have pass without trace. Are we ready to move up?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
The sand. I hate it. It gets everywhere.
As you get closer to the ground area where it is at, you see that the inscription appears to be written in a different language. Let's see. Who knows this? Which, yes, Trevally, you understand upon looking at it and you're getting closer to read it.
Common sign language? Finally?
No, it's writing. How could I? It's
I
it's an infernal as you're reading it, and it
I
says
mean, you could.
he who acts in stillness finds a way. Finds the way.
Trevally reads out loud. He who finds stillness.
No, he who acts in
Fi-
stillness finds the
ah,
way.
he who acts in stillness finds a way. My phone is a little bit shaky. The demon guy kind of scrambled all the information inside my brain too fast. So, yes. He who acts in
Trevally,
stillness
the fact that
finds
you've
a
read
way.
it all, I'm impressed. Good job.
Thank you. I study a lot. By that, I don't want to remember. Anyways, what do you think that could mean?
What does it mean to act in stillness?
Trevally stops moving. Well, I did not find a way. Any ideas?
Um,
Would anyone like to roll me an intelligence check? Or, you know what? I'll say, whose intelligence is at least a +2 out of the Aldwin's?
yeah,
I'm
Do
sorry to
things
say.
right.
No, no way. All right, fair enough. Alduin, I would
Good
say,
mint.
based on the way it's described, it is a riddle and a puzzle. The challenge, based on what it is saying, inquires that you need to be still in order to solve this. You can inquire them maybe to get through or find a way through. You need to be completely and utterly still.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Could mean two things. Either just be quiet or just stand still.
Trevally stands still again.
As you are standing still, I would say Aurelian, Echo, and Trevally, as you're standing still, you spot off a bit in the distance from where you are at. There appears to be something sticking out of the ground over here. But also, while you're still, Trevally, your spear speaks to you. Yarwish, as he's like, Trevally, why are we in an infernal plane?
He says it back. Infernal? What do you
Yes.
mean? This
Yes.
place is clearly the. Well, I don't know where we are, but
By
certainly
the
doesn't feel
energy-
like hell.
By the energy I'm sensing, I've been here before. It's one of the. It's one of the
Realms?
outskirts. It's on the outskirts of of one of the 7 cities. I'd say it's more like a desolate wasteland, but this place, it's connected to that. It's connected to one of the 7 cities.
Trevally relays that information to everyone. My spear is saying that this is no ordinary place. It's the hell, literally. We are on the outskirts, the wasteland of one of the 7 cities. Not sure how we are here.
never thought I'd end up here.
All right. Well, at any rate, you do see
So when
something.
we-
You do see
when we-
sticking out.
Does that thing disappear?
What thing?
The thing that we saw over here. Can we only see it when we're holding still?
Yes. Oh, no. You all see it because your perceptions are higher enough, but you are paused while you were talking, and you kind of look around while you're waiting, and you see it. It's a It seems to be a skeletal hand sticking out of the sand. But while you are all standing still, you do see popping up after a minute a gate.
Looks like that's the entrance.
So why is it like that? There we go. It pops up for a second while you are all standing still.
Also, it seems that I've died. I've been eaten by the sand.
Oh my gosh. I hate these stairway controls. I swear, hold on.
How do it help me? Oh,
Oh,
I'm...
that's that's pretty fun.
Does nobody want to check out the skeleton hand before you go through?
I'll check it out.
That's kind of fun.
How do we... It looks like I'm stuck to the door. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I swear these doorways are picking out. But yeah, you guys come over this way, and you see indeed it is a skeletal hand poking through the ground.
Is he making a gesture in common sign language?
It is not, but you notice that it is. You do notice that it is connected to a skeleton that is wearing very rusted armor and a pretty shiny helmet.
Okay. Who wants to give him a high five?
I'll do it.
You slap the skeleton's hand and it plumps off, but the rest of the bony body is still there in the armor.
Probably not alive.
It is very much dead. The armor
Yeah.
it's wearing is pretty rusty, except for surprisingly the helmet that it's wearing.
Does the helmet happen to be made of brass?
No. It appears to be sort of a... Wait. Actually, no, yeah, it is made of brass.
Or, sorry, brass or bronze? The
Yeah.
armor set that we've been collecting.
The armor is bronze, and no, it is not. It seems to be made of brass. Tinted in kind of a darker color, but otherwise it appears to be still in very fine, almost unnaturally kept condition.
That sounds safe.
Would anyone be interested in digging it out to see what it's up with it?
I think I would rather die than touch that thing with my bare hands.
All right.
I'll grab my shovel and start digging.
Okay.
Don't you have no respect for the dead? Oh, never mind.
All right.
Might as well I do the digging, since I'm more fit for doing this. Give me the shovel, Echo.
All
Here
right.
you go.
He is digging. Echo, are you going to help in any other way, or Alduin?
Not in particular. No.
All right. All right. With the two of you working together, it takes about 2.5 minutes. And you basically unearth this full skeleton. It appears to have been some soldier that came here maybe a long time ago. It's not recent at all. It's definitely, eroded to bones. The armor is completely useless, but the helmet is still very much sheened and helmed intact.
Trevally immediately picks up the helm and puts on his head to cover his bald spot.
You put on the helmet, and who wants to give me an Arcana check? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Something tells me we're not going to beat that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
you,
yeah?
you felt
Watch me.
you felt throughout the handling of it that it was definitely enchantment magic on the item, and I would say the magic you could feel coming from it was divination. And since you broke the 20 barrier, I would say you do recognize this magic item very easily. It is a helm of comprehending languages.
Okay. Uh. It's a very nice helmet you got there.
Do you want it?
And I mean, it'd be handy to keep.
Well, then I'll keep it on my head.
All right.
You cover my bad spot.
All right.
I feel it like stress has taken my hair off.
All right. I've added that item to your sheet. I don't think it needs attunement, but oh no, it don't. All right. You put that on, and then if you want, you can cast that spell when you're ready, as you feel the magic and capability surging through you. But anyway, you all realize that you still have to stand still to see the portal, so you stand still for another minute, and the gate opens back up. You are all free to cross through.
Let's go. I even got a new hat.
Whee! All right, as soon as you all cross through this area, you see that it is definitely like a sort of grassy pitched, well dug out road and whatnot. I have paused movement for the record. The well dug out road and whatnot. You see in this large passway dug out, you see a large twisted brambled looking kind of arch. And I would say from where you are at, it is a grassy area off to the sides and areas. You notice that it is completely pitch black in here, though.
Is it magical darkness or would
It is
darkness-
just regular darkness, as if there is no light in this area. The brambled arch is over 20 feet high, and the grass itself is 10 feet tall.
Okay. Do we see footprints? Any signs of life? Anything?
Give me a perception or survival check.
Oh, I can roll as well. Perception.
Why are you rolling privately, Doe?
Oh, apparently I am. I don't want to show my absolute horrendous rolls.
All right, a 19. Is that the best we got?
Also, it looks like Echo is stuck to the wall.
No, it's like everybody's paused where they're at. But let's see. You said a 19 was the highest?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as everybody's kind of like paying attention to the environment, I don't know why I can't see your rolls. Oh, there it is. As paying attention to the environment, Echo, you spot in the grass giggling as you see very well through there what appears to be small, green impish creatures that are just giggling at you as they are looking at you from the grass.
I'll say hello. Oh,
That is
Never
far less cute than I thought.
yeah, it was not, but it was.
I also want to say hello with my spear.
Here I was thinking maybe small little goblin looking. Well, I'll warn everybody
All right.
about that.
I apologize real quick. I have to take one more pause. We will be right back real quick.
Excited for an MCU movie since the first Iron Man.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
Oh, hi.
I hate to do this to everybody, but we're gonna have to end the session early because I just got called away for something and my mood just got ruined. And this is gonna take way too long. By the time I'm done, time will be past. So I hate to apologize to everybody, but we're gonna have to end the session here. Take the pause for now. But that is where we will leave off as Echo spots some greenish, impish-looking creatures in the ground, and he lets everybody know, and they start giggling as they slowly start to rise up closer to visual sight. And that is where we will end the session for this week. I will try to get back so I will try to be early next week so we can fill up this time. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for joining me for this. Like, share, and subscribe on youtube.com/ReconZebra. In the meantime, good night and good game. Bye.